And the show must go on. It's the Batavia Muckdogs on the road one last time in the regular season, traveling to Colburn Park to take on the Newark Pilots. With only a few games left to go for each team, it doesn't make this game any less impactful and for how it plays into playoffs. And we're going to miss a lot of things here as we try to get a late start up here on the broadcast. Just going to get things underway here. Again, my name is Grayson Natali. Alongside me, color commentator Jarrett Campbell. Leading things off for Batavia. It's number 50. Center fielder Jalen David. He'll lay down a bunt right back to the pitcher Rodriguez, and he won't be able to draw it in on the reverse glove. Sneaks by him, and a base hit for Jalen David on the right end of your screen, standing on first base. So how about that first pitch, and he's going to show bunt. And lay it down right back to the pitcher, number 21, Larry Rodriguez. Again, we'll be able to catch all of y'all up in the change, the first and second inning. We have a pickoff attempt over at first base. It's not going to be any good. We're going to be a little more descriptive for today's broadcast, given the technical difficulties we've had with our cameras. We've gone all the way to our last option. As David's going, and he's safe at second. As that goes for ball number 1 against right fielder number 46, Braden Reyna. It's a 1-0 count back at home plate. Again, Jalen David successfully laying down a bunt to start things off. The first pitch, and then immediately taking off on the first pitch to Reyna to steal second. Gonna miss highs, Larry Rodriguez for ball number 2.
Reyna's playing 10 games and starting 10 with a .357 batting average. .28 at-bats, 8 runs, 10 hits, 2 doubles, and 11 RBIs.
David standing on second, sizable lead. Gonna miss too high. It's ball 3 now for Reyna. Excuse me, that's in for strike 1. 3-1, pickoff attempt at second to get David. He's not going to be able to get him. The throw too high from Rodriguez over to the shortstop, Golden 40. So had strike 1 on the 3-0 count. We'll see if it goes any further. The 3-1 pitch from Rodriguez is going to be called too low for ball 4 and a walk for Braden Reyna. It brings up third baseman number 11, Evan Brock.
Brock's playing 37 games, starting 36 with 125 at-bats with a batting average of .360, 27 runs, 45 hits, 10 doubles, 2 triples, a home run, and 43 RBIs.
So again, reaching a 3-1 count, then awarded the walk is Reyna. The first at-bat here for Evan Brock. Jalen David standing on second. Reyna with a sizable lead past the first baseman. David is going, and it's in for strike 1. David will steal third. An 0-1 count for Evan Brock. Now Reyna going, swing and a miss for Brock. He will make contact, though, just slightly on the foul. As that's driven foul. Clarification was not a foul ball off Evan Brock's bat, allowing Reyna to still hold down second.
Yeah, you're right. You're correct.
Home plate umpire motion towards it. That's why I was confused if they're sending Reyna back. Gonna miss on the low end here against Evan Brock, so it's 1-2. Thought I was just seeing everything incorrect, and I don't know. But Reyna successfully stealing second base. Evan Brock getting underneath this. It's going out to center field, all the way at the wall, caught on the warning track. Tag up from all the runners. Reyna going third, and an easy jog home for Jalen David. He'll score first on the sac fly from Evan Brock. It's 1 out, but a 1-0 lead early for the Batavia Muckdogs. Brings up designated hitter number 2, Jackson Inman. Injured in the last game, or not 2 games ago, should I say, against the Auburn Doubledays at Auburn in pregame warm-up. Since then, he's been just sent to be with the batting duty, sending this immediately to left field. Skied, caught at the warning track, and another jog home for Reyna. So back-to-back sac flies will bring in 2 runners, and he'll clear the bases, setting up a 2-out situation with the score now sitting 2-0 for left fielder number 20, Glenn Brooks.
Glenn Brooks played 31 games, starting in 30 with a .377 batting average, 106 at-bats, 31 runs, 40 hits, 5 doubles, 5 triples, 2 home runs, and 27 RBIs.
So again, Glenn Brooks making an appearance in the last matchup, finally back in the defensive lineup, more specifically, as that's going to miss too low. It's going ball 1. But immediately making an impact out in the outfield, but hasn't missed a beat hitting-wise as well. Gonna miss on the lower end once more. Pushes the count 2-0 for Glenn Brooks. Not going to bring it up just yet. A quick 3-0 count for Glenn Brooks. Had the same thing with Reyna, who got ahead in his favor with it being 3-0. And this is going to be ball 4. So 4 straight will walk Glenn Brooks and award him first base. And it brings up shortstop number 1, Cooper Russell.
Russell's playing 28 games and starting 26 with a .308 batting average, 78 at-bats, 34 runs, 24 hits, 3 doubles, a home run, and 20 RBIs in the season.
So with 2 outs and the walk putting Glenn Brooks on first, we'll see if he steals. Just going to miss the zone. Ball 1. Too high, and Glenn Brooks jumping onto a lead. First baseman covering the bag. Will deliver home. Going to miss too low. Downstairs, ball 2. So that's 6 straight for Larry Rodriguez. Will register. Strike. And the call, take that back. It's called a balk from the infield umpire, which will award Glenn Brooks first, and there will be no pitch. So how about that? A little late call there. Glenn Brooks now standing on second. The count now, again, clarifying, is 2-0. The pitch, going to miss too high. We thought we saw the streak snapped, but no, nonetheless. What would have been a 2-1 count now sits at 3-0 with Glenn Brooks on second base. How about that one, Jarrett?
Yeah, it was a very interesting call right there. Very early in the game as there's a walk. You've hit 8 straight.
We have indeed hit 8 straight. Back-to-back walks. Glenn Brooks now on second, following the balk. Then Cooper Russell awarded first, and a quick meeting already on the mound for Larry Rodriguez. Excuse me there.
You got to calm him down a little bit. He had the balk right there, and now he's had 8 straight balls. Got to get his pitcher back in the zone, get his focus back up, because they're hoping for a long run as their roster has been depleted nearing the end of the season.
Especially if we look at Larry Rodriguez, for his name He's got a 13.50 ERA, an 0-1 record, and 1 appearance, 1 start, servicing only 6 innings, allowing 10 hits, 10 runs, 9 of those being earned, and only 3 strikeouts as well. Quick meeting, just to get him in the right headspace. Sending that over to right, and caught by the center fielder with the 3rd and final out.
Hey man, welcome to Whole Life. How you doing?
What is this place?
Oh, don't worry. It's the best gym you can find in the Batavia area. Open free weights at any point, anytime. Don't forget, this gym is open for 24 hours. Don't worry, if you're not even just trying to use weights, you can use calisthenics as well. But again, official gym of your Batavia Muckdogs for a reason.
Where do I sign up?
Don't worry, let me bring you to the front desk.
So apologies for that. Just had to go to a quick small commercial break there just to try to reassure that we've got stable connection. So what you missed during our eliminated pregame show is simply the rosters, and we're going to take you through that as fast as humanly possible without skipping a beat. Here we go. For the Muckdogs, it's Jalen David, right fielder Brandon Reyna, third baseman Evan Brock. On the other side for the Newark Pilots, it's number 28, second baseman Matthew Diotavia. And then shortstop Colton Forney and first baseman Michael DeRosa. Continuing with the Pilots, that will be designated hitter Aiden Bolin, third baseman Connor Wright, catcher Christopher Babkowski, and extra hitter Jaden Pina. On the other side for Batavia, it's going to be designated hitter Jackson Inman, left fielder Glenn Brooks, shortstop Cooper Russell, and second baseman Braden Nye. Continuing Batavia, it's extra hitter Mason Davey, first baseman Jalen Roken, catcher Luke Rybczynski. On the other side for the Pilots, it's center fielder Nicholas Nelson, left fielder Aiden Davenport, and right fielder Lucas Orlovitz. And on the mound for the Batavia Muckdogs, it's number 23, Noah Nix. And on the other side, number 21, as you saw, Larry Rodriguez. But that's how the lineups shake up for today's matchup. Again, trying to catch you guys up as fast as possible while talking over all the noise that we got as well. We're going to take you through the Batavia defense in just a second. But first, we got the first batter up for Newark. And that will be second baseman number 28, Matthew Diotavia.
Diotavia's played in 27 games, started in 16 with a 2.44 batting average.
And he'll send this high fly to center and snagged by Jalen David for out number 1. So trying to do a little bit of copy of what Jalen David got done going on the first pitch, except this time he's not going to lay down a bunt, getting underneath it and out in center field. It brings up shortstop number 32, Colton Forney.
Forney's played in 17 games, started in 15 with a 2.20 batting average, 50 at-bats, 9 runs, 11 hits, a double, and 13 RBIs.
Noah Nix will punch that in for strike 1. A 1, gonna miss outside. It's gonna go registered as a 1-1 count. One. Swing and a miss, make that 1-2. So quick start here for Batavia, going up 2 runs. In 1 inning alone. They had the hot start yesterday against Auburn where they scored 4 to start off their 9-3 victory just last night at Dwyer Stadium. The 2-1 is a swing and a miss. And how about an early strikeout for Noah Nix? So with now 2 outs, we'll just quickly take you through the Batavia defense. Of course, Noah Nix on the mound, Luke Rybczynski behind at catcher, Jalen Rokover at first, Braden Nye at second, Cooper Russell at short, Evan Brock at third, and left to right, it's Glenn Brooks, Jalen David, and Brandon Reyna. And that's how your defense will look for the rest of the today. Things open up here in Colburn Park. On the first pitch, Going against first baseman number 8, Michael DeRosa, is going to miss low, ball 1.
DeRosa leads the team in batting average with a 415 and 19 games played. He's starting 17, 53 at-bats, 7 runs, 22 hits, 6 doubles, and 12 RBIs.
No, Knicks will miss downstairs. It's 2-0. This one, Beamer over to Cooper Russell on the ground, and it will be an easy put out for him. That brings an end to the first inning. It's 2-0 for Batavia early on, and we're going to just stay on air and keep on grilling what we can get through early on in this missed pregame show. But we'll take you through first, at least, the away defense, because we did miss that. It's Larry Rodriguez, who opened up on the mound. Behind at catcher for Newark is Christopher Babkowski. Over at first, it's Michael DeRosa. Second, Matthew Diatavia. Shortstop, Colton Forney. And at third, Connor Wright. Left to right for your outfield is Aiden Davenport, Nicholas Nelson, and Lucas Orlovitz. So then again, continuing with what you missed, it's really just more about what's at stake for today's matchup. And really what we're going into is Batavia following last night's 9-3 win against the Auburn Doubledays. That has now pushed them into a potential position to secure the #1 seed within the West Division of the PGCBL, thanks to an 8-2 win from the Olean Oilers against the rival Jamestown Tarpskunks. So the magic number sits at 1 for Batavia to lock in the #1 seed. Looking to the other side of the baseball diamond, it's the Newark Pilots, entering today with a 6-25 record, coming off an upset 8-6 win against the Elmira Pioneers. That's, again, what they're going to be looking to do today and play spoiler to Batavia, who just could win today and have it all locked up, as Jamestown is 1.5 games as it stands going into today. But serving as a roadblock for competing playoff teams, again, with the win last night, they're going to just try to do that once more here. But again, continuing on to that, last time we were here, or should I say, Jarrett, you were here, is a 15-8 win for the Newark Pilots against the Muckdogs, dating back to June 28th. On the other side, though, for those rest of the matchups, it's split series, 1-1. Their last scheduled matchup on July 21st was canceled due to rain. We saw that. But before that, first matchup of the season was an 11-0 victory in 7 innings for Batavia, dating back to June 13th. So with that backstory set, we'll continue off to where we're at. And leading things off here in the top of the second is number 3, extra hitter Mason Davey, and he'll drive the first pitch foul.
One thing you also got to mention is yesterday, because of that Newark win against Elmira, there's now a 3-way tie for 4th between Niagara, Elmira, and also Olean. It's right now all 3 of them are playing today. We'll continue as the game goes on. We'll give you guys those scores. But it's another thing that we got to talk about.
So right now with a 2-0 count is Mason Davey. And that is a strikeout. Looking, Mason Davey not really wanting to leave the box on that, but it's called strike 3 nonetheless. And the first strikeout recorded for Larry Rodriguez as the start that you would like to have rewritten has the opportunity here and gets his first strikeout in the top of the second. He'll face batter number 2 in the top of the second. It's first baseman number 24, Jalen Roque. As this one is swung on past the third baseman out to left field, and a base hit for Jalen Roque to open things up on the first pitch he sees. So moving with some pace, how about that? We're already at the bottom of the batting order for Batavia. It's catcher number 48, Luke Rimchinsky. Pickoff attempt over at first, not going to get it. Again, Luke Rybczynski, he did leave for some time and then eventually called back when Batavia was in a depleted position at catcher following numerous injuries. Cooper Romick had the broken thumb, and Joey Socorro sustained the groin injury. Both are now back. Socorro being brought back with just some extra care as well, as we saw last night, eventually at some point of the game, replaced as a pinch hitter in Patricio Garcia is another pickoff attempt. The count sits 1-0 back at home plate. So the 1-0 count, 2 pickoff attempts are ready to try to catch Roque. Roque taking a sizable gap here as that's going to miss low with 2-0 count. That's the one thing that I think maybe they did a little studying on is for statistics, Jalen Roque on base has been caught numerous times. And it's more not him trying to steal, but just pickoff attempts that they've gotten him. So he's not been caught stealing, as that will miss low again. Ball 3, a 3-0 count. It's just he's been picked off, and I've been able to count at least once or twice. I'm not saying that's a lot of times, but more than any player would like. You want to keep that at 0. But I guess that's just how things shake up. And the 3-0 count will miss outside. Ball 4. No strikes registered for that count. And it will walk Luke Rimchinsky to first base. First and second now covered. So we're back to the top of the order. Jalen David, once again. His last at bat, he laid down that bunt right back to the pitcher, and he wasn't able to stay with it. As that is in for strike 1 against Jalen David. So an 0-1 count for David. 2 on. Roque now on second, and Rimchinsky over on first off screen. That's going to miss to the right side. A pickoff attempt from the catcher to try to catch Roque, and he won't be able to do it. And I think that's a big part of it is Jalen Roque's size. Standing at 6'4", anyone is going to be able to see a guy who takes, for a normal guy,
he takes a massive leap.
He takes massive steps. That's really it.
He's confident in his ability.
His 3-step is someone's 4-step.
Yeah, he's confident in his ability to get back, but sometimes he has been caught sleeping on the bases.
As that's a bloop over to right field, all the way to the right fielder. Sent home is Jalen Roque. Over to third is Rimchinsky, and Rimchinsky slides in. And how about that? Jalen David stays perfect. An RBI single makes this a 3-0 lead in favor of Batavia. Going down swinging, sending that perfect to shallow right field. Took a nosedive into the grass, and that's all it needed. As Jalen Roque goes second to home, Rimchinsky first to third, and David parked at first base on the right side of your screen. It brings up the right fielder, number 46, Braden Reyna. Reyna in his last at-bat was walked on a 3-1 count. Pickoff attempt to get David, another notable name that they're going to try to get off the base path, and it's purely just because of his stealing ability.
Yeah, he's got 42 stolen bases in the season. That's the league leader. That's the record holder now for the Batavia Muckdogs. Man, that loves to steal those bases.
Another pickoff attempt won't be able to get him here, so back-to-back. We haven't seen a pitch yet for Reyna. Not to mention a big reason why that the Batavia Muckdogs have broken the team stolen base record as well of the season. But again, 1 out. Fresh count following back-to-back pickoff attempts. We'll see first pitch, and we'll miss outside for Braden Reyna. It's a 1-0 count. But again, just to remind you, it's Larry Rodriguez out there on the mound for the Newark Pilots. As those stats will finally update. 0-1 record, the 13.50 ERA across 6 innings. 10 hits, 10 runs allowed, and 3 strikeouts recorded before entering today. That's going into foul territory, caught, but a tag up for everyone. And it'll work in favor as Rimchinsky comes in.
That was a base hit. Base hit in fair territory. Stay on the left field line.
I can't see in the sun then.
That is true, and you also don't have your glasses on. We got to throw that out there, too. No glasses either.
That's another reason why you're here, Jarrett, just to be my autocorrect. I've messed up every now and then. So base hit, RBI base hit to clarify. Not at all what I was saying. As a pickoff attempt over at second, trying to catch Jalen David once more. Put that in for strike one against third baseman number 11, Evan Brock. He had the RBI sac fly, which brought in the first run, Jalen David, an inning ago. No swing. Strike two for Brock. Poor embarrassed on how I said that, because that's like a foul out in line over foul territory is not at all the same. Pickoff attempt over to Jalen David. We got a pickle.
We got a
the
pickle
run
now.
down over to third. Jalen David tries to avoid the tag. And he is tagged out over trying to advance. Braden Reyna will advance to second, as you saw him coming off the right side of your screen. So it brings up 2 outs, with Reyna now standing on second, as Jalen David was caught in a pickle. They were going to test him all night long, and it seems to continue. That's going to miss on the low end for ball one. 1-2 count. Gonna miss down low. It's a 2-2 count. Again, apologies for the camera and everything. Just trying to work with what we got. Trust me, I'd love to be able to make this a better experience for y'all, but down to the backup camera. And that's a dropped. I guess we had the wrong count. So, again, apologies for that. It was a full count. The full count misses down low. We'll walk Evan Brock. Reyna will steal third off the pass ball. I was going to say I felt like I had that gut intuition that said we missed a pitch.
Yeah, I agree
But
with that.
I can't use that to cover myself. I got to take where I was wrong. I believe it was off the pickoff attempt from Jalen David, because that came back from the catcher. That's what it was. That was ball 3, or the first one in the count. Whoopsies. So a full count at payoff pitch that misses low, walks Brock. It gets away from the catcher for a moment. Babkowski and Reyna steals third. So again, Evan Brock on the right side of your screen over at first, as that's on the inside part of the plate for strike one. The count now 1-1. 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Designated hitter number 2, Jackson Inman up. I feel like we're all caught up.
Yep, we're good. We're good.
Inman in his last at bat also did a sac fly over to left field, which brought in the second runner. Swing sent over to right, over the first baseman. Goes over to the right field, caught and snagged over in foul territory. One runner comes in. The other one, Brock, all the way from first to third. How about that? 2 more brought in for Batavia. The stand-up double from Jackson Inman. I think it really has to do with this post. I can't see
I can't see left field line.
Yeah, we both have inverse. That one, though, over the head of the first baseman, all the way out to right field, just in front of the warning track. Finally snagged down by the right fielder, who ended up being in foul territory when he picked it up. And by then, Jackson Inman already standing on second, and Evan Brock decided to take 3 bases all the way from first to home, as Reyna was helping him signal him in, and it was the right call as it sits 6-0. 4 runs scored here in the top of the second, as that's fouled off by Glenn Brooks. So we'll get that count updated for you. It's a 1 count. Again, 2 outs. Inman standing on second. Yeah, I think that's really it. First base behind this pole does not exist to me.
Oh yeah, you have the pole. Yep. I have the sun. I have the sun with the.
Yeah, we
left
kind of
field.
just have like flipped vision. I guess that's what you could call it. But 1-1 count as that misses low. Glenn Brooks walked in his last at bat, sending this over to the third baseman, and it will be foul. So 1-2 count for Glenn Brooks, trying to keep the inning going and hopefully bring in Jackson Inman. We'll see if he can get it done. Rodriguez looking for his second strikeout on the night. The pitch going to be missing down low. 2-2 count. Two. Pitch from Rodriguez going to miss high. Just a little too high at that. And we've reached a full count. That was as close as it gets, if you ask me, for missing on the higher end of the zone.
Yeah, very non-forgiving pitch zone right here.
Payoff. He's going to get a piece of this. Sent over to center left. And it will get down. Jackson Inman. It lands right in front of the center fielder, Nicholas Nelson. Gets down and a single for Glenn Brooks, but add in an RBI name to that. It's now 7-0 for Batavia. That was also the sun from my factory. I know this, you can see the sun on the screen, but that really is kind of what we see as well. Like, I know I have it slightly blocked over here, Jarrett, but
Dude,
I couldn't see it out there.
The moment like the ball's up in the air in left field, I completely lose it.
But an RBI single will work for Glenn Brooks. It's 7-0. Ball one. Back at home plate for shortstop number 1, Cooper Russell. Walked in his first at-bat, and he'll get a piece of this, sending it over to left. We'll see if it can hold, and it won't. It's foul. I was able to see that one.
Yep. You could also see like the left fielder running to it, so I assume he kept getting closer to the foul line, I was assuming.
So 1-1 count. But back-to-back hits for Batavia bodes well, both on 2 outs, the 2 RBI double and the RBI single from Inman and Brooks. Continues to bring in 3 more with what looked to just be quick 2 runs added on. Cooper Russell will take strike 2 looking. It's a 1-2 count. One-two pitch from Rodriguez, swung on by Russell, sending this deep to center left. Will it get down? It won't, or it will.
No, it will.
It will.
Center
In
fielder.
front of the center fielder, Nicholas Nelson. Cooper Russell gets a double. It won't bring in Glenn Brooks, who stops at third. It lands in front of him one more time. That spot over in center left working so far. It worked for Inman. It works for Russell. It leaves 2 runners on with 2 outs now. And up to bat is second baseman number 17, Braden I. He had a fly out over to center in his last at bat. First pitch. He'll swing on the high one, and it's going foul. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, another swing from I. Won't be able to make contact. We'll see if he can protect the plate now. He's got 2 on, and I can tell you he doesn't want to go back to the dugout, leaving those 2 teammates on. It's time to break out the glasses.
Oh, the glasses are back.
0-2. Swung on, or fouled off on the glove, and it's already wrapped up. So with that, the top of the second finally retires, but 5 more runs brought in for Batavia. It's 7-0 already, a hot start. That you could say that's exactly what Batavia was looking for, just trying to get out with a win and secure what could be the #1 seed in the West Division if they get a win tonight. It hinges on no one else, only Batavia.
It's only Batavia, yep.
But we'll stay on air one more time, just trying to complete the puzzle of our in-game or pre-game show. And all that we're missing is just to introduce you to a familiar face, the pitcher, Noah Nix. So Noah Nix comes into today from University of Rend Lake College, a freshman over there hails from Salem, Illinois. Right-handed pitcher standing at 6'4". Comes into the day, though, with a 3.98 ERA. Like 20 hits, 10 runs, 9 of those being earned, 20 1/3 innings pitched with 23 strikeouts.
And his last time we saw him was all the way back in July 17th against Olean. He pitched in 6 innings. He allowed 3 hits, 1 run, 1 of them being earned, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. He faced 20 batters and had 81 pitches his last appearance.
Again, Noah Nix taking on the mound today for Batavia.
Leading off for the Pilot from Lakewood, Colorado, it's number 15, the DH,
Again, marking his 6th start. He opened things up, actually, for the Muckdogs dating back to the season opener. Of course, he was injured, and we didn't see him for quite some time, but eventually, once he came around, those numbers improved dramatically, and he showed him what he's made of. The first pitch, though, will show him what he's made of, and throw strike 1 to designated hitter, number 15, Aiden Bolin.
Bolin's played in 23 games, starting in 21 with a .258 batting average, 62 at-bats, 13 runs, 16 hits, 3 doubles, and 13 RBIs.
That's in for strike 2, an 0-2 count. Nix on the delivery, fouled off to the netting and backstop. We'll do it again. Oh, Nix already with a strikeout, had the 3 up, 3 down in the last inning. 0-2 swung on and make that strikeout number 2. Going down swinging is Bolin, and it brings up third baseman number 30, Connor Wright. So with 1 out, following the strikeout, we'll see what Wright can get done for the Pilots.
Wright has played in 12 games, starting 11 with a .200 batting average, 35 at-bats, 7 runs, 7 hits, a triple, and 6 RBIs.
We'll swing and miss, so that's going to make it strike 1. Just going to miss a little too low. That's what I would say is like the downstairs landing. Like there's downstairs and then there's the landing. I don't know about you if you have like
I was
at
thinking
your
downstairs
house.
basement.
Well, no, like that's what downstairs is. No, but I'm saying like, do you have a staircase where it like goes down like, you know, in a
Yeah,
stairwell?
like a basement, and then there's
No. Like it goes down and then stops and then you go the other way.
Oh, yeah.
1-2, sent over to first. Roke able to cup it in the glove, and with Noah Nix and co. able to make the put out at first base. So with the ground out over to Roke, it's now 2 outs with catcher number 12, Christopher Babkowski. You know, that's what I was saying, like that landing, like that's what I have back at my
I was about to say, is that,
house.
let me guess, is that
So
something
like
your house?
when you go downstairs, you're stuck on the landing, and then you go fully downstairs when you just go the other way.
Yeah, landing's
so
like something where it's like, you
yeah, it's
open
like
your
you're
door.
halfway between the floor. Opening the door. What door?
Okay, when I'm thinking of like a landing, it's like you go downstairs. There's a landing right there, and then
Is this on a two-hop over to second? Braden I in the put out at first. Done in time. And that brings up 3 outs already in the bottom of the second. Batavia defense having the chemistry they need early on. Back-to-back 3-up, 3-down situations already heading to the third inning, and a 7-0 ball game in Batavia's favor. We'll step aside here for our first commercial break. We'll be back for more baseball when it's all said and done.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
Who are you?
Fans, if you get hit with a foul ball, don't call our insurance.
Why is no one doing anything?
Call UMMC at Rochester Medical Center for help.
Should have called him.
Excuse me. Number 3, the extra hitter, Mason Brody.
So the top of the third, ready to get underway. Batavia has scored in every inning so far, 2 in the first, and then 5 more in the second, which has a 7-0 lead heading to the top of the third, going against Larry Rodriguez. We'll get that fixed up on the graphic. But you have some interesting news, don't you, for us, Jarrett?
yeah, Olean right now is beating Jamestown again 4-0 in Bradner Stadium, and then the other matchups, you know, Niagara Ironbacks are playing the Niagara Falls Americans. It is 0-0 in the bottom of the third. And then Elmira has started bottom of the first. 2-0 is the score against the Geneva Red Wings.
So that's how it stands right now. A win or a win from Batavia or a loss from Jamestown will officially have Batavia clinched with the #1 seed within the West Division. So Batavia already off to the right start and getting a little bit security blanket from the Oilers as it stands right now in that matchup.
Yeah, and Olean fighting for that that playoff spot, the 3-way tie in fourth. It's a big thing to talk about.
As Mason Davey will send a hopper and trying to be cut off by the third baseman, and he won't be able to glove it down, drops it. And Mason Davey now on first base off the first pitch. How about that?
First baseman, Jalen Rowe.
It brings up first baseman number 24, Jalen Roke, who had the single in his last at-bat. He went swinging on the first pitch. We'll see if we see a little bit of that story continue. That seems to be the theme with a lot of the Muckdogs. I think they've got Rodriguez in a spot where they like him, and they're not hesitant to find the pitch they like and swing at it no matter where it is at the count. But the first pitch here for Roke to Rodriguez is down low, ball 1. I mean, don't forget later in the broadcast, we'll be able to take you through what the standings look like and in-depth analysis of what we've got for playoff scenarios. Jarrett could tell you that he saw me crunching the numbers.
You were crunching the numbers.
As that's shallow left, and it's going to land fair. Just in the shallow left field for Roke. Another hit for Roke. He stays perfect, and it will advance Davey to second base.
Had the win percentage calculator out. You had the schedule of the teams.
Next, number 48, the catcher.
You're ready to go. I'm excited to hear the results.
It was giving me a headache. I was just getting frustrated because I just wanted it to be done, but I was like just trying to make sure that nothing would fall through the cracks in terms of my numbers. So we're in the last man in the lineup once more already. The second go around of the lineup as Rimchinsky sends this on a 2-hop over to the second baseman, and he can't get it out of his glove. They'll get Roke out at second, but what could have turned to a favorable double play is only one out, catching Roke at second. It'll set up runners on the corner situation here for Batavia. Not sure exactly what happened, if it was the transition or it got stuck in the glove. Well, just one of those two had to be option. Couldn't really see it from here if it was the transition or it was in the glove. But number 50, Jalen David, we're already on the third go-around of the carousel here in the batting order for Batavia. He's 2 of 2 on the day, a bunt and then an RBI single on his last at-bat. He'll swing on the first pitch, getting underneath this, going over to right field, skied, and caught by the right fielder. Tag up over on third from Mason Davey, and he's going to score on the sac fly. On a close play, the throw, the cannon.
Closer than expected.
I know. I kind of looked away and missed it from the behind the pole again, and that was way closer than anyone could have thought of. But again, what you've got now is 2 outs, an 8-0 lead following the sac fly from Jalen David, and over on first is Luke Brunchinsky. But 2 outs, and right fielder number 46, Braden Reyna, up to bat. Walked in his first and his second at bat, an RBI single. He'll swing and miss on the first pitch. Strike 1. A 1 count. Rodriguez. This one lined over to short and able to make the toss and the out at second. A good snag from the shortstop from Newark, that being Colton Forney, as that was absolutely lined on the ground over to him, and he's able to stay in front of it, use his glove, and make the play. So that brings an end to the top of the third, and a quick one for Batavia, but still not held scoreless. They do add on 1. It's 8-0 heading to the bottom of the third when we come back.
I'll take 1 million beers, please.
Nah, man, we don't have that. Here, try this.
What's this?
This is beer from Eli Fish, the official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
That's unbelievable. Thank you.
No problem, man.
I'll have what he had.
Oh, didn't see you there. Welcome to the YMCA. Let me show you around. They have free weights and machines here at their state-of-the-art gym. They also have open courts here. And after all those activities, you can come to the pool and cool off. Remember, folks, you can find all these activities here at Glow YMCA, Genesee County Branch.
So the bottom of the third, right around the corner. First batter faced against Noah Nix for the Pilots here in the bottom of the third. Extra hitter, number 22, Jaden Benna.
Leading off from Maywood, New York, it's number 22, the extra hitter, Jason Pena.
Pena's played 19 games, starting 14 with a 220 batting average, 41 at-bats, 9 runs, 9 hits, a double, and 6 RBIs.
So we'll wait for Pena to get here. There we go. Whoops. So we're all set here in the bottom of the third. Pena will be the first batter for the Pilots. First pitch. Not going to find the zone. It's going to go ball 1. One 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch from Nix is dribbled over to first. And Roke will bobble it off the tip of his glove in front of him. You couldn't see that one out, but it was a slow roller, and on the hop, Roque tried to just scoop it a little too early on the scoop, right off the tip of his glove. Bounces away. He tried to get back to it, but won't be able to. So Pena will reach first off the error from Jalen Roque.
Also had a bunch of weird bounces to it. It kept bouncing as higher and higher as he kept going. And he kind of took it a little slow. He wasn't really charging it to get ready to make that play. And the bounce caught him off guard.
Well, that bounce came off the first bounce within the infield dirt. Not sure if that had anything to do with the trajectory on that. But number 9 center fielder Nicholas Nelson up to bat. He'll swing on the first pitch, and it's strike 1.
Nicholas Nelson's played in 17 games, starting in 12 with a .293 batting average, 41 at-bats, 6 runs, 12 hits, a double, and 9 RBIs.
No, Nick's checking on the runner. He'll glance over it, but will deal home, and that's right down Broadway for strike 2, an 0-2 count. The pitch from Nix. Nelson getting a hold of this. It's sky to center left. And it will go. Oh, wow. What a snag over the shoulder from Glenn Brooks. Jalen David and Glenn Brooks trying to run down to it over in center left. And they did an X. Both crossed each other. It looked like it fell right in front of both or behind both of them. But no, Glenn Brooks over the shoulder on the run. How about that catch? And almost for a second, Pena had to get back. He as well thought that that one was for sure hitting the ground almost on top of second base when it happened.
That's why you have 2 speed demons out there in the outfield making these unbelievable running plays to get the out.
Left fielder number 20, Davenport up to bat. He'll take strike 1 looking.
Davenport's played in 21 games, starting in 19 with a .173 batting average, 52 at-bats, 10 runs, 9 hits, a double, and 3 RBIs.
But that's like as perfect as you can get for spotting, as that's a 2-hop over to I, and he'll go first on the fielder's choice and make the put out. So second out, it will advance Pena to second. Right fielder number 27, Lucas Orlovitz up to bat, the last man in the batting lineup for the Pilots, excuse me. But again, that's just as perfect as you could have placed that over there. Just a little too much hang time allowed the 2 speedsters to try to make a play on it, and it was Glenn Brooks in the end, as that's going to miss downstairs for ball 1.
Orlovitz played in 23 games, started in 13 with a .147 batting average, 34 at-bats, 7 runs, 5 hits, a double, and 4 RBIs.
Swing and a miss. 1-1. No, Nix already has 2 strikeouts on the day, 1 coming in each inning. So he's set. He'll eye Pena. No one covering the bag. Delivers the 1-1. Another swing and a miss. Pushes it 1-2. Last time we saw Noah Nix, you got to go back to July 17th. The 3-2 victory against the Olean Oilers at Batavia. And there he got the starting nod in his second recorded win. Served 6 innings, allowing 3 hits. One of those runs, which was earned. 8 strikeouts across 21 batters faced and 81 total pitches. A huge day there with the 8 strikeouts. And he's on his way there with his third. 3 strikeouts brings an end to the 3rd inning, and it's 8-0 in favor of Batavia heading to the top of the 4th. So we'll stay on air for this break as well, just to take you through.
Number 2 is Owen McDonald. Congratulations, Owen. Stop down and see Stephanie. And ladies and gentlemen,
Take you through the standings of what we've got here as we got the kids run in the background. But what we've got going on.
There you go. Keep going, kids. You're almost there.
is the standings right now. So we'll wait just a second before we deep dive into the numbers. But before that, it's 27-10-1 record for the Batavia Muckdogs that sit atop the record of with the best record of the West Division. On the other side, it's the Amsterdam Mohawks. They've got a sizable lead in terms of the #1 overall seed and a lock to that within the entire PGCBL, but they've got it held down in the East. The 4th spot over there still up for grabs between the Outlaws and the Diamond Dogs, as Glen Falls Dragons are eliminated. Apologies for that. They should say eliminated, but it is the Niagara Ironbacks, the Olean Oilers, Pioneers, and Doubleday still up for grabs for 3 and 4. Auburn has not had their spot secured. It's a unique predicament. They could win today's matchup, and it would all be said and done. They wouldn't have to worry about anything else. Or a loss from 2 of the other 3 teams today would also lock them in as a playoff team. Not the 3 or 4, but just a playoff team for Auburn. A win and a loss, combined loss of 2 of the 3 other teams. Elmira Pioneers and the Oilers and Ironbacks are all tied at a winning percentage of a .514. The Ironbacks are disadvantaged with their 2 ties. The Oilers have the best advantage with 3 games remaining. We're going to see how that shakes up, but with my calculated odds, what I would pin it, if I had to give a percentage right now, Auburn has a playoff percentage of a 95 chance to make it. Olean is up next at 75. Pioneers sitting around 65, and the Ironbacks, they're down at 40% purely because of those 2 ties, 2 games remaining for both the Elmira and Niagara, and that's going to be a big reason for their disadvantage coming in the closing end of this regular season. But it all shakes up from here, and I can tell you, once today comes to a conclusion, we can give you a much better, accurate description of how some clinches or eliminations could occur given tomorrow in today's game. But the 4th inning will be led off by number 11, the 3rd baseman, Evan Brock for Batavia. Rodriguez still out there on the mound. Had the early talking to from the pitching coach, but since then he was able to clean up his game and play a little more nicer, as Batavia was able to record a decent amount of hits, but was avoiding the walk situation, which he allowed 3 alone in the 1st inning. It's a 1-1 count, fighting back at home plate for Evan Brock. Evan Brock, an RBI, sac fly, and a walk in his last at-bat. As Evan Brock will send this for a single over to center field, over the head of everyone in the infield, lined over the second base bag, ensures that he's on first base now. How about that? I don't know how many times I can say that, but I'm truly going to say it because everyone's getting early hits for today.
Yeah, they figured out Rodriguez right now. They've just waited for their first pitch that they liked. They've been able to make some contact on it.
That's the 9th hit already. As Brock is going to throw from the catcher, won't be able to hang on to is the shortstop, Forney. And Evan Brock ensures that he gets a stolen bag and stands on second base, as that goes for strike 1 back at home plate. It's number 2 designated hitter, Jackson Inmey. He had the sac fly in the 1st inning, and then the 2 RBI double in his last at-bat. No one covering second base, Forney motioning towards it. Inman will get a good piece of this, but high flyer over to foul territory over and left and out of play.
I saw that one the whole way. The sun's starting to go down.
It is a good, favorable thing for us as well. The players, they've had to have their incidents so far recorded with the sun. You can see some of them squinting, holding up their eyes, especially on the right side of the field over at first, in the right field particularly,
And
especially a catcher.
And left-handed batters, too.
That as well, yes. Exactly what Inman's got going for him. But he's got an 0-2 count. The pitch. He'll get underneath this. High fly to shallow. Almost an infield pop fly. And I'm going to say no, just on the outside part of the grass behind second base. So technically a fly out if you want to record it that way, but at 1 out. Won't be an infield pop fly, but a pop fly at that. 1 out. Evan Brock now still on second. Left fielder number 20, Glenn Brooks, up to bat. A walk and an RBI single on his day so far. The pitch. Go down to strike 1. The 0-1 is fouled off on the right side. 0-2 count for Glenn Brooks. And stepping off just at the last moment, Rodriguez trying to pick off Evan Brock behind him at second. It was the second baseman covering the bag, but the throw not in time. Evan Brock gets back safely. Batavia covering second. Deliver the pitch this time and sent back to Rodriguez over the second base bag, over to center field, getting the motion home as Evan Brock. It gets behind the center fielder. And Glenn Brooks is still held up at first base, but it's an RBI single for Glenn Brooks. It's now 9-0 for Batavia. That one past Rodriguez, past both Forney and Batavia, who come to try to close over the gap over second, but they weren't able to get it in time, and then past the center fielder as well as he fumbled with it. It will only just be a single, so it won't really change much from the center fielder's action. But still one more brought in. It brings up shortstop number 1, Cooper Russell. That's down in the dirt in front of home plate for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. High goes to Russell. Got to do a little bit of limbo. 2-0. The 2-0 pitch is now in for strike 1, moving the count 2-1. Rodriguez will eye Glenn Brooks over on first base. Will deal home, and again bouncing off the dirt in front of home plate. 3-1 count. Russell is 1 of 1 on the day. Walked in his first at bat and a double. And he'll swing on this. Skied right and caught by the right fielder for the second out.
Next, number 17.
Orovitz on the play. So it brings up second baseman number 17, Braden I. I hasn't had a hit today, though. 0 of 2, a fly out to center and a strikeout in his last at bat. Trying to join his teammates in the hitting parade they've got going so far. That's high in foul territory, and for a moment, what looked to be a snag by the left fielder eventually falls out of his glove and makes contact with the grass. So it will only just be a foul ball. Almost a miraculous play by the left fielder. Davenport out there, putting his body on the line.
Almost was unbelievable. I thought he had it for a second.
So do I. I mean, he did for a moment, but it was the contact with the ground. Almost looked like the Des Bryant catch. 0-1, fouled off, 0-2. You got to admit, that's a good comparison.
Were you watching a football edit or something with that shout out? You just remember it off the top of your head.
A shout out to who?
You said Des Bryant.
Yeah, what about Des Bryant? I don't like the Cowboys. That just made me think of that. I will get a piece of this over to center. It'll get down shallow, and I will join his teammates with a hit recorded in his favor.
The extra hitter, Mason Davey.
So with an 0-2 count, he'll drive that for a 2-out single over the second base bag, landing in shallow center field. It puts 2 on. First and second now covered. And up to bat, number 3's extra hitter, Mason Davey. First one is in for strike 1. As Davey gets underneath this. And skied foul, 0-2. Only 2 players remain without a hit for this Batavia team, which they have 11 on the day. And that's going to miss low. Pushes it 1-2. Everyone has a hit besides Davey and Ruchinski. Ruchinski was walked in his first at-bat and reaching first off a fielder's choice. But Davey a strikeout and reaching first off the error from the third baseman. 1-2. He'll swing on this and lined over to the third baseman. So a little bit of deja vu. This time he hangs on. Connor Wright on the play. Brings it in to the top of the 4th. One more scored for Batavia. It's now 9-0. That trend will continue heading to the bottom of the 4th where the Pilots trying to get anything going here already in still the early stages of the game. But we'll be able to see if they can get that done when we come back.
Order for the Batavia Muckdogs.
Feeding the pack.
Gotta feed the pack.
Go dogs.
Go dogs.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
Bottom of the 4th, right around the corner. The score 9-0 in Batavia's favor. Batavia so far on the day recording 11 hits. Newark, on the other hand, have not been able to so far on the day. They're still in search of their first hit here in the bottom of the 4th inning. But again today, we're in Colburn Park in Newark, New York. It's the sun going down definitely is going to make it a little cooler, but I could tell you when things started off, it was definitely on the hotter side. It was more around like that 82, 85, and compared to yesterday was nice and cool.
Yesterday was cool. It was nice and cool. And even that game in Auburn, I had to wear a sweatshirt
Auburn,
that game.
you saw me. I had sweatpants on. I was nice and comfy. But the first pitch, swung on, getting underneath it, skied to shallow center, and it seems to be Braden I who's got the call, and he will have the catch for the first out.
Pittsburgh, New York, number 32, the shortstop. It's Colvin Point.
So that was number 28, second baseman, as we reach the top of the batting order once more for the Pilots, their second go-round. But D'Otavia flied out into shallow left field. It brings up shortstop number 32, Golden Forney. No Nix again. 3 strikeouts. He's recorded 1 in each inning. Well, if that trend continues, he'll miss here. It's going to go ball 1. But again, 3 strikeouts on the day. And he's gotten good use out of his defense. Good combinations of groundouts and flyouts. Obvious by the number, where the Pilots still trying to find their first hit recorded. On this again, it pushes the count 2-0. And this is a dribbler. Won't get by Russell. Long throw off the back foot. And they got him over at first. A close action play. How about that from Cooper Russell, Superman, for a reason.
Gets it done again.
Running, screaming across the infield dirt, getting behind Evan Brock to make the snag, and then off the back foot looking like Dustin Pedroia. A huge throw. Had to get every bit of that. It did land a bounce in front of Roque, who was able to lunge out and make the snag in what I would say a nanosecond before Forney could reach first base. It brings up number 8, first baseman Michael DeRosa. No Nix will make that one down in the dirt right in front of Rynczynski. Ball 1. See, like when I make comparisons, they're not always my favorite team, but whenever it's baseball, it's most likely going to be Boston.
Wasn't Pedroia a second fielder his whole career, though?
Second fielder.
Second baseman.
Yeah, you said second fielder.
I said baseman.
No, you said fielder. Play that tape back. Or you mumbled and I didn't hear you.
Somebody in the comments, help me out.
But, you know, he is a second baseman. But that's the thing. Cooper Russell was at second continuously. I know he was in shortstop, but Dustin Pedroia, it looked like it. He didn't have to be in second to make a play that looked like it. 1-1 count. Getting underneath this is DeRosa. Shallow left, called off by Glenn Brooks, and he's got it. 3 up, 3 down is how the story continues for the Batavia Muckdogs defense and the Newark Pilots offense. Is no hit still recorded heading to the 5th inning when we come back.
I'd like to withdraw some muck bucks, please.
Muck bucks?
Realistically, I can't withdraw muck bucks here. But what I can do is do all my banking through Tompkins Bank, the official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs. I gotta get back to picking up my muck bucks.
Here in Batavia, hard work and community goes hand in hand. That's why the Batavia Muckdogs are a proud partner with Farm Credit East, helping support the people of Western New York grow.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
And welcome back to the top of the 5th. We got a pitching change for the Pilots, and Jarrett, take me through it in just a moment.
All right, get his stuff. Yep. David Dominic has played in 4 games. He's got a record of 0-1 with a 6.94 ERA, 11 innings pitched, 13 hits, 11 runs, 9 of them being earned, 9 walks, and 4 strikeouts in the season.
Again, that's David Dominic coming in for Larry Rodriguez.
For the Muckdogs will be number 24, the first baseman, Jalen Rowe.
Take you through the stats of Rodriguez and see how his day came to a conclusion. So on the day for Rodriguez, his day will retire. The stats of 4 innings pitched, 11 hits recorded, 9 runs, 8 of those being earned, 5 batters walked, 2 strikeouts across 28 batters faced, and 84 total pitches. So that just goes to show how much, or how relentless, should I say, Batavia has been. His first pitch, swinging on it, is Roke, and the throw to first in time for out number 1.
The catcher, Luke Lubczynski.
So Roke trying to continue the trend of swinging on the first pitch, and back-to-back at-bats. They worked the first 2 times. It won't work here. A ground out over to the shortstop. It brings up the last man in the batting order, catcher number 48, Luke Rimczynski. Rimczynski 0 for 1 on the day, a walk, and reaching first off a fielder's choice. As that's going to go foul, moves the count to 0-1. Going to miss up high, 1-1. Going to miss down in the dirt, pushes it to a 2-1 count. And that's in for strike 2. 2-2 count for Rimczynski. Still in search of his first hit of the day. We'll see if he finds it here. The 2-2 pitch. Hanging a while and a slow roll over to second. He will glove it down and throw to first in time. On the run. Gets the put out. So we're back to the top of the order. 4th go around. It's center fielder number 50, Jalen David. A bunt single, then an RBI single, and RBI sac fly over to right field is how his day has gone so far. But 2 outs and no one on. So we'll take you through a quick, brief moment of David Dominic's stats on the bottom left. First pitch, making contact with home plate. It's ball 1. You know, 1 pitch, going to miss up high. 2-0. Going to miss on the low side. Pushes it to an early 3-0 count. Behind in the count is Dominic. Roke swung on the first one. Looked good against Rimczynski, but playing behind, we'll see if he can find strike 1. He won't, and we'll walk David off 4 straight pitches, or 4 straight throwing balls. So David now standing on first on the right side of your screen. It brings up right fielder number 46, Braden Reyna. Reyna 1 of 2 on the day. Walked in his first at-bat, RBI single, and a ground out over to short. And he'll rifle this over to right field on the ground, and David held up at second. The throw coming in, getting away for a moment. No one covering third. David will stay at second. Almost looked to be a little scary there. The throw from the right fielder, rifling it into the infield, was Orlovitz, and got over the head of the Dominic, and luckily the catcher, or more or less the third baseman, was able to cut it off, but it did leave a scary situation. No one was on third, but David decides to stay put. So the single for Reyna.
You don't want to get out of the inning with a mistake. You want it to be either a bad play or a strikeout. You do not want a mistake have something that ends your inning.
And time called by Evan Brock at a very late moment there. So no pitch. So miss low for ball 1. Again, Evan Brock, 1 of 2 on the day. The RBI sac fly. Then the walk. And a single. So 3-0 count quickly for Brock. Trying to avoid loading the bases. He will for now, putting them in the top end of the zone for strike one. And trying to catch David. Like they're not to go home here. The pitch. See what the Rochester native can get done here. 3-1, runners going and held up by the catcher. He didn't want to risk the throw to second. It doesn't matter because it's a walk, and that's the more reason why. Excuse me on the late call there, but walk will load the bases. They're going to have to talk with Dominic already on the mound. So we do have a pinch hitter in for designated hitter, number 2, Jackson Inman, and his place is number 10, Michael Wheelahan. The Hilton, New York native from Lemoyne College, a junior over there, standing at 5'10", 175 pounds. We saw him early in the season rotation at second base and shortstop, but now in his place is Wheelahan. Or, well, now in for Inman is Wheelahan. He's got a unique situation to make a long-time appearance. Bases loaded, 2 outs. We'll see if he gets the better side of the coin. As Inman already had 3 at-bats, as that will miss on the low end for ball 1. On those 3 at-bats, Inman's day comes to a conclusion with the RBI sac fly over to left field, which brought in the second run, then the 2 RBI double, as missing the zone again, pushing it 2-0, and the fly out just on the shallow grass caught by the shortstop in his last at-bat. But that's how Inman's day retires. 2-0 pitch, missing outside, and 3-0. Wheelahan sitting and being patient. A long-awaited return to the batter's box. Playing it with the right moves, though. And the 3-0 will sit it in for strike one is Dominic, pushing it 3-1. Again, bases loaded, 2 outs. We'll see what we can get the call from Wheelahan if he'll go swinging. But the pitch from Dominic will miss. Ball 4 will rotate the bags and brings in the 10th runner. It's 10-0 Batavia and the top of the 5th. Bases still loaded with 2 outs. Left fielder number 20, Glenn Brooks, up to bat. So in on the score is Jalen David. Reyna now standing on third. Evan Brock on second. Michael Wheelahan run first. I could tell you Glenn Brooks didn't like that one based on the face when he turned back to the umpire. But
did look a little outside on that one.
Called strike one. He'll swing on the second. Sent to right and called foul. So a quick 0-2 count for Glenn Brooks. He's gotten this situation multiple times today, except for his first at-bat, which was 4 balls to award him the walk. But other than that, going fighting early in 0-2 counts. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Will they add in a few more runs? The pitch won't find the zone. 1-2. Dominic will deliver this. It's going to miss on the low end. 2-2 count. Glenn Brooks showing great patience in the box. Knew he was down in the count, but he's not going to take a pitch he doesn't like. The 2-2, he'll swing on this. Line past the second baseman out to the outfield. One comes in. The second one gets the signal. Evan Brock comes in for the second score. A 2 RBI single for Glenn Brooks. He now moves to 3 of 3 on the day. His 4th RBI on today alone.
Brings up number 1, the shortstop, Cooper Russell.
So a 2-out single, 2 RBI, 2-out single to be more specific.
There you
Leaves
go.
runners on the corners. Again, as stated, 2 outs. And number 1, Cooper Russell up to bat with a 12-0 lead. That going down as the 13th hit today for Batavia already in 5 innings.
And we do have a pinch runner now. So Glenn Brooks is now out, and in is Jacob Vesco to sit on first.
First pitch for Cooper Russell in for strike 1. An 0-1 count. One. Driving this over the right will have a little too much hang time. It will, caught by the right fielder, and finally brings an end to the top of the 5th. It looked like it could have gone a little smoother with quick 2-out situation, which started off the 5th inning. But the walk, the single walk loading the bases, and then another walk which brought in 1 in the 2 RBI single from Glenn Brooks brings in 3 runners in the top of the 5th alone. It's 12-0 heading to the bottom of the 5th when we come back.
Hey man, welcome to Whole Life. How you doing?
What is this place?
Oh, don't worry. It's the best gym you can find in the Batavia area. Open free weights at any point, anytime. Don't forget, this gym is open for 24 hours. Don't worry, if you're not even just trying to use weights, you can use calisthenics as well. But again, official gym of your Batavia Muckdogs for a reason.
Where do I sign up?
Don't worry, let me bring you to the front desk.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
All right, Dewey, what are we thinking here?
Hi, how are you today?
I'm great, how are you?
Good. Are you guys all set?
Yes, we are ready.
Okay, what can I start you with to drink?
To drink, can we just get 2 waters, please?
Of course. And then did you decide on your meals?
Yes, we are ready, aren't we, Dewey?
Wonderful. What can I get for you?
Can we start with the Alex's Cut?
Of course. All right.
All right.
What else can I get for you?
Dewey?
Ribs?
Dewey will take Alex's famous baby back pork ribs.
Fantastic.
Try Alex's Ribs at Alex's Place, an official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
Bottom of the 5th, getting underneath this is number 15. It's going foul. Pushes into an 0-2 count. You only missed the first pitch, so you didn't miss much. But up to bat, number 15, designated hitter, Aiden Bullen. And to notify you guys, pitch running was Jacob Vesco in for Glenn Brooks, which now has himself positioned in left field on defense. 0-2 count. Nix on the delivery. This one lined over to short. Cooper Russell gathering and throwing for the first out.
Up next from Raleigh, North Carolina, number 30, the third baseman, it's Connor Wright.
So ground out over to short, puts up out number 1. Rings up third baseman number 30, Connor Wright. Connor Wright, a ground out over to first in his last at bat. Oh, Nick's gonna miss just too high. Ball 1. Getting underneath this. Sky into center. And caught by Jalen David. 2 outs now.
Up next from Hamilton, New Jersey, number 12, the catcher, Chris Babkowski.
Gotcha, number 12, Christopher Babkowski up to bat. Ground out in his last at bat. First pitch. Swung on, driven to left. Vesco backing up, but a little shuffle there, a little bit of that. Ramps up the bottom of the fifth. He's got it, and it's all said and done already. Heading to the top of the sixth. Really, if you blinked, you missed it. Everyone's swinging on the first pitch or the
Quick
second,
inning.
and it's
Quick inning.
3 up, 3 down. So moving with a lot of pace. And what we're going to do here is we're going to take you through what we've got around the league. Of course, you got this game here, the Olean Oilers. The bottom of the fourth, up 10-3 against the Jamestown Tar Skunks. So that proving well to play into the factor of just ensuring that nothing could go wrong, at least for now. The Elmira Pioneers have jumped out to an 11-0 lead against the Geneva Red Wings in the top of the fourth. And staying within the West Division, it's also the Niagara Falls Americans against the Niagara Ironbacks in Niagara Falls. The Ironbacks down in a 0-3 in the bottom of the sixth against the Americans. The bottom of the fourth, the Auburn Doubledays playing an out-of-league game, so that doesn't really have any impact. They're going against the Finger Lake Lakers. But in the east side, the Oneonta Outlaws winning 5-3 against the Boonville Lumberjacks, as the Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs 5-1 lead against the Glen Fall Dragons, and the Amsterdam Mohawks losing 4-2 against the Utica Blue Sox. But again, that's how the things are shaking up in the league today. As we did mention once already, we'll just show one more time the standings of what you got. Auburn has the ability to clinch with a win or a loss of 2 of the 3 teams beneath them, the Pioneers, the Oilers, and the Ironbacks. If that were to occur, they have locked their chance in for a playoff berth. On the other side, Elmira and Olean and Niagara don't have a clean road to clinching except for winning out. Other than that, it's really just what they can get done and a little bit of help, a little bit of whatever may come up in their path. The only game that has 2 of these teams facing off is on the 26th, where we do have the Olean Oilers going against the Ironbacks. That's the only matchup where we will see any of these 3 teams playing each other. Auburn does play Elmira on the 26th as well, but that one not really playing into the 3 teams battling it out.
It's just a battle for fourth right now.
Auburn could miss the playoffs, so.
It's a very low possibility. My bad, low possibility.
But you never know.
Anything can happen.
And I will lead things off driving this over to center, and it gets down. And a single already.
Now batting number 34.
And up to bat in for Mason Davey is number 34, Joey Socorro.
Joey Socorro in the season, he's played in 19 games, started in 16 with a 298 batting average, 57 at-bats, 12 runs, 17 hits, 4 doubles, 2 triples, and 12 RBIs.
So it seems like early, now that we're already through the 4th go-round in the batting order, we're going to see a lot of pinch hitters and everything. Mason Davey being an extra hitter won't affect the defensive lineup for Socorro, who comes in. Mason Davies' day will end with a strikeout looking as there's a pickoff attempt over at first to get Braden I. They won't get him there. Reaching first off an error and a line over the third in his last at-bat. But a 1-1 count for Socorro as he drives this to center left. It's going to get down, make contact with the wall. I still going, hasn't been collected, finally collected. I going home. Socorro stand-up double and add an RBI onto that total. How about that? Socorro coming in immediately, continuing his streak that we always talked about before his injury. He was doing so well. In 2 games, he combined for 6 RBIs and went combined 6 of 8 in that 2-game stretch before the injury. Had a little bit of getting back into it, and there's the Socorro we all know too well.
He's getting back into it. Perfect time, too. Playoffs looming. He is a guy that flips around him, Cooper Romick. It all depends on who's given the more better nights, who's been hot, who's been cold. And right now, Socorro getting the job done. As we also have a pinch runner. We do have a pinch runner. That is number 31.
Jeremy Ramos coming in for Socorro as a pinch runner, which not too surprising, just given the fact that he did have that injury.
Yep, groin injury.
So they're not trying to press him too much, as Roke won't swing on the first pitch for the first time tonight. He swung on the first one every at bat he's had. He's 2 of 3. It's worked out. This time won't. He'll take it strike 1. Gonna miss up high, 1-1 count. Makes it 13-0. So that's recorded as the 15th hit. Sorry if we had a small blackout there. Not exactly sure how long we were gone if we did disconnect. We'll keep moving. 2-1 count for Roke. Gonna miss up high again and make that 3-1. I'm going to miss over the head of Roke. Ball 4. Roke awarded first base.
That brings up number 48, the catcher, Luke Wilczynski.
So we're back to the bottom of the batting order. It's Luke Rimchinsky. Walked, reaching first off a fielder's choice and a ground out over to second in his first 3 at-bats. First pitch, going to miss up high for ball 1. Again, there's no outs here. 2 on, first and second. On second, again, the pinch runner, Jeremy Ramos. Coming in for Joey Socorro, who hit the stand-up double, RBI stand-up double at that. And Jayla Roke walked over to first. Going to miss the zone again, 2-0. The pitch down in the dirt, blocked down by the catcher. So no one will move. It does move the count 3-0, though. And that's ball 4. So Rimchinsky awarded first base. It will move everyone 1 extra base to load the bases with Rimchinsky's walk, his second of the day. We're back to the top of the order. Number 50, Jalen David. He's 2 of 3 on the day, recording 2 RBIs as well off those 2 hits, including a sac fly and walked in his last at bat, as he'll take strike 1 looking. Miss downstairs. Make that 1-1. Going to get behind the catcher, and in comes Ramos for the score. Everyone else able to advance. That goes for the 14th score for Batavia. Here in the top of the 6th, pass ball plays out in their favor. Everyone will advance 1 more, so second and third now covered. That gets behind the catcher, Babkowski. Jalen David will send this over to third, and he'll like to throw to first. We'll get the out, but we'll bring in another runner. It's now 15-0. With 1 out. So out on the fielder's choice, but brings in 1 more. Right fielder number 46, Braden Reyna, up to bat, and he'll take ball 1. So only 1 runner on now. All that's left is Rybczynski over at third. As Reyna will swing on this. Slow roll to first, bobbled. First baseman collects it and applies the tag for the out.
Bringing up number 11, the third baseman, Evan Buck.
So again, out on the fielder's choice, but another thing to note, another runner comes in. It is now 16-0 for Batavia. No one left on and now 2 outs. So I guess it played out just how it would a sack fly or whatever. Sack ground out? I don't know. But
That works. That works.
I guess. Third baseman number 11, Evan Brock up, and he'll swing on the first pitch over to right field. Can it get down? It will in front of the right fielder, and he's held up at first for a single. Evan Brock now goes to 2 of 3 on the day. It brings up number 10, Michael Wheelahan. Wheelahan walked in his first at bat as he came in for a pinch hitter for Jackson Inman. Inman, one of the other players that did sustain that injury, as noted before earlier on the broadcast, against Auburn while they were at Auburn 2 matchups ago in pregame warmups. Zal missed down low for ball 1. Again, with playoffs right around the corner, they're going to take
Safety first.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's going to be given a helmet. Quite literally. Going to miss upstairs, 2-0. And Wilhan will swing on this, send over to short. The throw to second. In time for the third and final out. Correction there was Evan Brock over on first. I can't see behind that pole. Oh, geez, that's embarrassing. Apologies for that. So
I
there
was
was
so
Evan Brock.
confused.
I was more confused, too. Evan Brock was on first. I completely forgot his hit right before Wheelahan was up. So it was Reyna who did clear the bases. I was correct on that. Then Evan Brock. I just forgot.
Yep.
Short-term memory loss. Evan Brock on first, then reaching second. Or not reaching second for the final out. So the top of the 6 comes to a conclusion. The bottom of the 6 right around the corner. Batavia leading 16-0 on 16 hits, 1 error. Newark hasn't found a run, hasn't found a hit with 1 error as well. And a new pitcher coming in. Number 15, Garrett Beaver, to attempt to close things out. And I could tell you why. It's because the mercy run rule stands at 10 runs. In Batavia, they've got a buffer of 6 runs already in the bottom of the 6th. So again, Garrett Beaver coming in for Noah Nix. We'll take you through Noah Nix's stats in just a second. And then Jarrett will be able to take you through Garrett Beaver and what he brings to the table. But Noah Nix, 5 innings pitched, allowing no hits, no runs. No batters walked, 3 strikeouts across 16 batters faced, and 42 total pitches. And Jarrett, take me through Garrett Beaver.
Garrett Beaver has made 18 appearances with a 2-0 record with a 2.05 ERA, 26 innings pitched, 17 hits, 6 runs, 6 of them being earned, 8 walks, and 30 strikeouts in the season.
But Noah Nix and his time up there, a no-hitter. Garrett Beaver going to try to continue that.
Don't jinx. See, now you just jinxed it.
You think I did? Well, I wasn't trying to. I'm just trying to be factual. But I hope I didn't.
You know, last time we said the players.
Well, they said to say that jokingly after the first inning game and went, like, or the first at bat, say, be like, and they're throwing a no-hitter right now. So I guess, like, it was more of a joke, but he'll miss outside for ball 1.
We don't have any wood to knock, so hopefully nothing happens.
You ever heard of knock on, like, noggin?
Sure, that works.
Never heard of that? Is that just me? That was like an alternate to knock on wood if you didn't have it nearby.
No, it's just a you thing.
1-1 swung on by number 34 up to bat for the Newark Pilots. It's a pinch hitter. Grant Ingram coming in for Jaden Penna. But a 1-2 count. Again, that's Garrett Beaver in on the mound for Noah Nix. 1-2 pitch from Beaver. Getting underneath us is Ingram and fouled out. Fouled off behind us, not fouled out. Fouled out of the stadium. I'm tired. Time called by Ingram. One, two again. Not going to be able to find the bottom left corner. Just missing it. Two count, the pitch. Swung on underneath. High fly to shallow center. Called off by David, and he's got it.
Next from Shermanburg, New York, number 9, center fielder.
So 1 out.
Nelson.
Up to bat. Center fielder number 9, Nicholas Nelson. We're back to your regularly scheduled program. Haven't jinxed it so far. Hopefully that saying continues.
Let's just
That's
not
a
say
really big American flag, too.
Yeah, you missed that the first time you got here.
That's fouled off to the backstop. But, you know,
when we took the trip here, the game where you weren't here, that was what everybody's saying was that's a big American flag.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just kind of acknowledging it and just I don't know. It's a flag. And it says America, if anything.
It gets the job done.
It does. 0-2. Gotta love it. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Swung on, had him reaching on the outside, and it's going to be a swing and a miss. That's the first strikeout recorded for Garrett Beaver. Fourth strikeout from a Pilot member. First one for Beaver as said. And now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Up to bat, left fielder number 20, Aiden Davenport. Out on the fielder's choice in his last at bat. And the pitch from Beaver in for strike 1.
And now with 4 strikeouts, they have now officially broken the team record for most strikeouts in a season.
Add that to the record books. This one dribbled over to Roque. He'll handle it. Underhand toss to first, and they got him out. So that brings an end to the 6th inning entirely. It's 16-0. Heading to the 7th inning, which, again, could be the last one due to mercy rule. 10 runs is where it would bring an end to it. As they're up 16. So Batavia defense going to just try to withhold, or Newark Pilots defense just going to try to withhold Batavia from adding any more on, as they're tied for their second highest scoring game all season long. Their highest scoring is 17 to this point. We'll be ready for the top of the 7th after these few words from our sponsors. Go Health New York. Has your child been tested for lead? The only way to know if your child has lead poisoning is to get them tested. All children should be tested at ages 1 and 2. Talk to your healthcare provider or the lead poisoning prevention staff from the Genesee County Health Department at 585-344-2580, extension 5555 about a blood lead test for your child today. For more information on transportation and get tested. And a message from Mental Health Association. Wellness on the Go WNGO offers mobile mental health supports through Medicaid's managed care plans across Niagara, Genesee, and Orleans counties. For more information or to make a referral, call us at 585-345-0448. A name that's quite familiar already in this game, Lucas Orlovitz, now on the mound for Newark. He will replace David Dominic out there on the mound.
Yep.
And he was the right fielder. And Jarrett, who's now replacing him?
So Jason Brown is now in right field. He's number 92 on the stat sheet.
As that's an immediate hit by pitch against Vesco.
Shorty's on first, brings up number 1, the shortstop, Cooper Russell.
But again, Lucas Orlovitz does not have any pitching stats at all this season, so everything's a debut for him. And fortunately, the first pitch is a hit by pitch for Jacob Vesco. He'll be awarded first base.
We got a fact check. Jason Brown is number 1 on the stat sheet. He's 92, but jersey he's wearing, he's number 1.
We did have a little bit of scramble with the jersey numbers on the other end because Larry Rodriguez was 96. As that's hit back to Orlovitz, makes contact with his glove. He'll knock it down and will able to secure the putout over at first, getting Cooper Russell out at first. It will advance Vesco to second. Now to bat, second. Nope, pinch hitter. Number 9, Patricio Garcia, the Batavia, New York native from SUNY Brockport. Junior over there, sitting at 5'10", 180 pounds. Well, add another name to them. I'm running out of room on my sheet.
Yeah, he's played in 3 games, started in 2 with a 167 batting average.
He'll swing it foul.
6 at-bats, 0 runs, 1 hit, no RBIs.
Yeah, there's nowhere on my paper where I can continue writing like for new batters. This is now the 4th newcomer. And that's not including pinch runners. As swung on, gets past the second baseman out to the right field. Vesco held up at third and puts runners on the corner situation with 1 out. Up to bat, Jeremy Ramos. Another name that I would have to write down, and I absolutely
write that
can't.
one down too.
He comes in for Joey Socorro.
Yes, because he was a
who
pinch
was
runner.
in for Glenn Brooks.
Mason
Or no,
Davey.
Mason Davey.
There you
Yep.
go. You got it.
Yeah, that's also. I usually have it color
getting a
coded, but I only have
long-
one Sharpie with me.
We're getting long lines of players. now.
Everyone gets a chance.
You get an at-bat. You get an at-bat. You get an opportunity.
1 out. Swung on by Ramos. He'll swing and miss, though. Strike 1. That will go down as the 17th hit for Batavia today. Swung on and just fouled down the first baseline. 0-2 count. And this hit count of 17 is tied, or is the second best behind the tied highest count of 18 on the season, both occurring against Jamestown. The win 15-5 at Jamestown on June 25th, and at Jamestown again in the 12-12 tie on July 10th, where they both recorded 18 hits. Gonna miss too high of the zone. It's a 2-2 count. The pitch, he'll swing and fouled. Could it be in play though? No. Almost for a moment. That's in the bullpen. Rinse and repeat. And that's sent over the head of the second baseman out down in right field, and that will bring in the 17th run of the game. That is now tied for the most scored this season by the Muckdogs in a single game. And that does now tie with the 2 other games for the most hits recorded at 18. Those both going down to Jamestown. And now up to bat, number 21, the Big Maple, Matt Marsh.
We got another one where
Yeah, I've given up writing down the names
the
on this
list
sheet.
is to be honest, I've stopped too.
He'll swing on the first pitch. That's to right. Can he locate it? He will. Tag up, though, second, and it will leave runners on the corner situation with 2 outs. We'll see if Batavia can set a new record.
Number 48, the catcher, Luke Rubchinski, is up next.
If they find a hit here, that would bring in a new high score runs and a new high score within a single game for both hits and runs. Luke Rubchinski has the opportunity to do that. He'll take strike one looking. Rubchinski hasn't had a hit recorded today. A walk, reaching first off the fielder's choice. A ground out over to short and a walk thereafter. 0-1 down in the dirt. You'll watch it go by. 1-1. Inside. The move out of the way. He will. 2-1 for Rubchinski. You are correct. Skips did make it out to today's game. As he'll swing on a high one. High flyer to left and caught by the left fielder. So that will bring an end to the top of the 7th. 17-0 is the score here at Colburn Park. And the Pilots are going to have to come up with a creative answer if this game wants to continue. As said before, and I'll repeat it one more time, mercy rule is 10 runs. So the Pilots would have to bring it within 10 or less by scoring 8 runs to bring this game to another inning. But to try to close that out is the closer, number 6, Eric Woodley.
Yeah.
Woodley all smiles out there on the mound right now, is trying to just complete what they've got going. So take that graphic off screen, and I said it once, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I feel like I can only now like hint at it, but if you heard what I said earlier, you know what they've got going in motion.
They definitely do have that in motion. We're not going to say it though, but
we'll leave it at that.
people can use clues to figure it out.
Here, we'll get it across through this graphic of what's occurring out there for the Muckdogs.
Number 6.
Eric Woodley.
Eric Woodley.
Oh, you're good.
But again, with a win today here in Newark, would secure it all for Batavia. They will be the number 1 seed heading into the West Division if it's all said and done after one more inning. Again, you can't forget there will be one more game on tomorrow, Saturday at 6:30. The Niagara Falls Americans will visit Dwyer Stadium for the regular season finale. Then on Monday, most importantly, be there to support the Muckdogs as playoffs round 1 begins in the West Division. Who they will take on, nobody knows. It'll all be decided when it all is said and done and wrapped up in a nice little bow. But until then, most importantly, though, is you make sure that you get your tickets by calling our number or stopping by the box office to get tickets to support the Muckdogs and their march and conquest of the PGCBL. It starts on Monday, 6:30 at Dwyer. But for now, we got to make sure that this game gets wrapped up. We'll take you through what's going around the league as well. So you got the game here. And then Jamestown and Olean Oilers. Olean up 11-3 in the bottom of the 6th. So the Oilers, they are not taking their foot off the gas. Their late season storm continues as they try to take Jamestown down in back-to-back games. The Niagara Falls Americans taking on the Niagara Ironbacks in the bottom of the 7th. The Americans leading 4-0 there. Top of the 5th, it's the Pioneers. They're up 16-1 against the Geneva Red Wings. Again, that's in the top of the 5th. And remaining in the West Division, of course, the Auburn Doubledays, an out-of-league game. That's how it looks in the West Division for today's set of games. Leading things off here, Jason Brown, number 1 for the Newark Pilots. First pitch, though, from Eric Woodley. Gonna miss outside, ball 1. Punch that in for strike 1. Showing bunt. He'll put it back to Woodley, who's going to collect this, and easy on target toss to Matt Marsh, who's now on first base. I'm telling you, everyone's everywhere, and I don't know. I wish I could tell you, but it's Matt Marsh on first.
Yeah, we had a lot of subs happening.
Evan Brock's at third. Rumchinsky's still a catcher. Cooper Russell second.
Cooper Russell short.
Or short, that's what I meant. Second is...
Second is Patricio Garcia. Left field is Jacob Vesco. Center field is Jalen David. And then right field is Braden Reyna.
You heard it there. That's going to be low for ball 1. Gets number 28, Matthew Diotavio. We're back to the top of the order. A 1-0 count. Fouled off to the backstop, 1-1. One pitch. 2-1 count. And the pitch from Beaver, that's in the zone. Painted 2-2. The pitch swung on and fouled and out of play. We'll do it again. Again, just simply redoing the 2-2 count. There's one out, no one on. And the pitch swung on and make that a strikeout. And that ball moving to the outside. And had him swinging on it. Shortstop number 32, Colden Forney, up to bat with 2 outs. He's the last chance to keep this game in motion. We'll see if that trend or storyline can continue any further. First pitch, in for strike 1. 2 more from Beaver would bring it to an end.
Woodley,
thank you. Again, I said, I'm tired. 0-1. Fouled off. 0-2. 1 more. 0-2. Staring down Woodley, set on the rubber, delivers. And sent over to third. Brock bobbles it for a second. The throw still has time. And launched by Matt Marsh. It's all done here in 7 innings. 17-0. A statement win. How about that, Batavia? Carry that to you with the playoffs. Again, final score 17-0 against the Newark Pilots when it's all said and done here at Colburn Park. Batavia gets it done in absolute demolition. No hitter. 18 hits, 17 runs scored. Only one error. They advance to 28-10-1. Newark falls to 6-26. And you can't forget, Batavia Muckdogs are now your official #1 seed here in the West Division of the PGCBL. The playoffs will go through them to the finals, where the Amsterdam Mohawks do still hold down #1 overall within the PGCBL, but within the West Division, it's all through them. The road leads to Batavia. Jarrett, though, what a game we saw before us. Take me through what you got.
Well, we had 3 checklists done. The Batavia Muckdogs broke the record. 4 strikeouts in the season. It's just another record that they have broken. Also, they have now secured the first seed. The playoffs are now being controlled by Batavia, obviously, until you get to the championship that is to come. We will figure that out when the time comes, and you get a win in your last home game of the season. Checking off 3 boxes and an absolutely impressive thing as we get ready for tomorrow being our home finale.
And every broadcast game, or every playoff game, will be broadcast. Don't you worry about that. You won't be able to miss a beat. But when it's all said and done, Olean Oilers, they're up 13-3 against the Jamestown Tarp Skunks in the bottom of the 6th. The Americans up 4-0 against the Irons in the bottom of the 8th. Top of the 5th, the Pioneers up 16-2 against Geneva in the top of the 5th. So that's all how the West Division is playing out. But, of course, here, this game's all neatly packaged away. 17-0 is your score. Final, Batavia, the #1 seed. It all leads to them. Tomorrow, the regular season finale against the Niagara Falls Americans starting at 6:30. Fireworks included. Be there for a huge closing end. And then Monday, July 27th is round 1 of the playoffs. We don't know who, but all we know is includes Batavia at Dwyer. Make sure to buy your tickets. Stop by at the box office or call our number to get your tickets and secure your seats for a one-show wonder. But again, thank you for joining us. My name's Ben Grayson Natali. Alongside me, color commentator Jarrett Campbell. It's been a good one. 17-0 is your score. Batavia is locked in. We'll see you then.